Hello, librarians and classroom teachers. My name is Lori Cleveland-Lancto, and I'm an elementary school librarian. Today I'll be discussing teaching empathy through the use of diverse materials, specifically why diverse materials are so important, the part empathy plays in creating global perspective, and how we can build empathy using specific materials and teaching practices. The experts at Reading is Fundamental, a nonprofit children's literacy organization, tell us when children cannot find themselves reflected in the books they read, or when the images they see are distorted, negative, or laughable, they learn a powerful lesson about how they are devalued in the society of which they are a part. As educators, we have a responsibility to not only ensure our students have quality, relevant, and authentic materials that reflect the varied cultures we serve, but also to provide global insight into the lives of others. This insight strengthens learning while awakening a greater understanding of the world around us. Perhaps the best way to create an environment that values the cultures and cultural contributions of others is to elicit the development of empathy in our students. Empathy is the ability to feel with another person as opposed to feeling for a person. Students who develop empathetic relationships are generally open and caring, readily able to explore the world around them. One way to foster the development of empathy is through the use of diverse materials. These materials feature characters and cultures that increase our global perspective by providing a glimpse into the lives and experiences of others, heightening awareness, and increasing respect for differences. Multicultural literature offers mirrors and windows, inviting interaction and perhaps action fueled by empathy. In addition, the population in the United States is becoming more and more diverse. The U.S. Census Bureau predicts that certain groups will double and even triple by the year 2050, while the non-Hispanic white group will decrease in size during the same time frame. This fact alone is the foundation for why diverse materials are so important in our classrooms and why empathetic relationships are so needed. In the U.S. today, our workforce has a minimum of 5 generations at any one time working together, signifying a need for cultural sensitivity and inclusive practices. Building a stronger future begins with our children. The purpose of this presentation is to examine empathy, to explore how diverse materials may support its development, and to consider certain teaching practices that may prove effective in fostering empathy. As I mentioned earlier, empathy is the ability to feel with another person as opposed to feeling for a person. Empathy is recognizing the experience of another person and feeling as if you are in his or her shoes. Perhaps Professor Sandro Gallia of Boston University School of Public Health said it best. Empathy is our capacity to view the world from someone else's perspective, to dream our way into the mind and heart of another and consider how we might feel in that person's situation. Given this statement, it's easy to imagine how diverse materials can be the perfect fit for encouraging the growth of empathy in our students. Lee and Madden, both professors at Rowan University, tell us that literature transforms human experience and reflects it back to us, and in that reflection we can see our own lives and experiences as part of the larger human experience. The research implications section contains a few more quotes providing significant rationale for increasing empathy using diverse literature. Now that we understand empathy and the crucial role it plays in creating a positive global perspective in our increasingly diverse world, what does this mean for us? How can we as educators increase empathy in our students using diverse materials? The section titled Be the Change contains several practical ways we can integrate lessons that work to build empathy and strengthen awareness and understanding. I'll discuss a few of these practices as well as how to find the resources we need to help us on this journey. Increasing empathy can be as simple as integrating carefully chosen books, fiction and nonfiction, into our daily lessons and encouraging open and honest dialogue in a respectful environment. Some of the practices mentioned here include the use of narratives, memoirs, and life histories in order to help students feel the experiences and emotions of others. These types of books often honestly depict challenges and struggles that people from around the globe have endured or have overcome, and the story can become very real for us, allowing students to identify with the emotions. Picture books can be powerful tools as well. Picture books, when selected carefully, can contain authentic characters with messages and values from and about other cultures, and may also help to build self-awareness and positive identity. We are lucky to be living in a time where publishers have begun to see the light, that multicultural literature is both needed and wanted. Although we still have a long way to go, there are many quality, authentic picture books available for us to choose from. Use them to teach concepts, to add meaning to lessons, and to spark poignant discussions. Educators can also work toward building positive relationships with students in order to build an environment based on respect, trust, and acceptance. All of these qualities help open opportunity to create an inclusive atmosphere where dialogue is encouraged. Another way to spark dialogue is through workshops and book clubs. These practices fuel empathy through open and honest conversation within a safe environment. Most of these practices involve diverse materials that will require careful collection development. The resource section contains a few ways we can consciously select quality materials that accurately reflect our students. We Need Diverse Books is a fantastic website devoted to promoting quality, authentic materials. It contains a wealth of information, including training and support. Professional magazines, such as Book List and School Library Journal, offer special editions devoted to award-winning diverse literature. Finally, Teaching Tolerance is a website containing specific detailed information related to diverse topics, offering classroom materials, support, articles, and professional development tools. If you are a classroom teacher, don't overlook your school librarian. School librarians are an invaluable resource. All of these teaching practices and diverse resources work in tandem to help us as educators create an environment rich in understanding, acceptance, and sensitivity towards our goal of global cultural awareness. Many of the practices I discussed involve open and honest environments based on mutual respect and understanding. Empathy grows from this type of environment and blossoms when diverse materials are added to the mix. Thank you very much for your time and attention today. I hope you have learned a bit about empathy, its importance, and how we as educators can work to build empathy using diverse materials. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Henry David Thoreau that I found particularly powerful. Could a greater miracle take place than for us to look through each other's eyes for an instant?